But this is a game, like I said, came out last July. It's my 5th game on Steam. It is free to play right now, so you can play all you want for with 3 main characters: Brick Breaker, Combo, Pong. You can play against another human local to you. You can use the remote play together that Steam offers to play with a friend on Steam. And you can buy the DLC if you want any of these other characters, or like the Pong DLC that I just added last week. That's available. But the game doesn't have any kind of violence until Damon Blood comes to the game, where he will be able to creep across the. Hopefully, he'll be able to creep across the uh, this game screen through the bricks to get a stab on his opponent. And it's a kind of a dark idea I got a couple weeks ago, and decided to go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to make this game because I think I can make him fun. And here you can see he's taken a knife to one of the characters, Andy, in the game here. But I want to go ahead and show you guys. I want to read it again. I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about the DLC. As you can see, this was exactly 2 weeks ago that I came up with this. That kind of came up with the lore for Damon Blood. And this image here, I found this image. It's a royalty-free image, and then I found a royalty-free image of bloody hands and merged them together and created this image of Damon Blood. I was like, yep, this looks like a creepy guy. So I found that image before I even started making the character in the game. I didn't start making the character until Saturday night, actually. But as you can see, I made him have a bald head, just like in that picture, and I also made him have no shirt on, just like the picture. So my character in the game kind of matches the picture I had found a couple weeks ago for my lore. But anyway, guys, just want to go ahead and read this to you because I kind of like how the lore that I came up with for this character. I just came up with it on a whim. Wasn't really anything that I put a lot of thought into. But it says Damon grew up as a child watching his father sitting for hours sharpening his knife in the evenings. He always wondered what anyone would need a knife to be that sharp for, especially when it was never even used. And then the death scream of his own mother woke him up in the middle of a cold winter night at the age of only 13. His mother had been the recipient of that knife, and the images of his father holding that knife that dripped his mother's crimson blood would haunt him for years, until he finally decided to seek revenge. At the age of 18, Damon intentionally threatened to kill local cops near his small hometown with a desire to go to jail. But jail wasn't enough. After only 3 days in jail, he knew that he wasn't where he wanted to be. So Damon broke the neck of a fellow inmate while in jail and was sent to prison, where he now sees every other inmate as an image of his father holding that bloody knife that had taken his mother's life just 5 years ago. Damon Blood seeks vengeance with an almost unquenchable thirst for blood. He wants to win at the prison's breakout competitions only in hopes of avenging his mother's death. Putting the blood of his fellow inmates all over the bricks will help him win what he truly seeks. And he brings more than a paddle to this game. His knife is as sharp as his father's ever was, and his inner rage will present a true test to both players who try to control Damon and those who try to compete against him. Damon is looking to puncture the skin and draw blood to help him win, and he's coming to Prison Ball full blown real soon. So, Damon here, this is just a test room, guys. We're assuming the bricks have been broken. So these walls here are going to prevent Damon from being able to get over and attack his opponent. He can't wrap through over here. So Damon here, he's gonna start off with a paddle just like this. Okay. So this is the blow attack meter that you normally have, and it allows you to blow a breath of air. And if you can steer it, it's really hard to steer. It takes a lot of practice. But if you can land your breath of air on your opponent, you can freeze them and stun them for like 5 to 10 seconds in a sheet of ice. And I call it my blow attack or my blow job. The sexual innuendo is there. Most of the characters have the blow attack that they can use when their bar fills up, and then the bar resets, and hopefully they land the blow attack and they can freeze their opponent. But Damon's one of the first characters, or is the first character. He's the 7th character. He's the first character that doesn't have a blow attack. Instead, he's going to fill up a blood meter. So when he starts the game, his opponent's going to be, as you kind of saw if you watched the game earlier, he's going to be hitting these balls. There's 3 balls in the game. He's going to be smacking these balls around and getting like 20 points, 20 to 25 points for the green bricks, around 40 points for the blue bricks, and around 100 points for the pink bricks in the middle because they're worth more. So he's going to be racking up all kinds of points, and you have to try to get as many points as you can before the timer runs out to win the game. So whoever he's facing is going to be racking up points, getting these balls and bouncing them off the bricks. When the ball's your color because you hit it off your paddle, that's when you score points. So Damon's going to be starting off at a big disadvantage. The reason is because he's going to start with a paddle, and because his blood meter is so low, he's not going to be getting hardly any points. He's going to be getting like 0 or 1 points for these green bricks over here. Meanwhile, this dude over here is getting like 20, 25 points for each brick. He's getting 100 points for the pink bricks if the ball's his color and hits a pink brick. Damon, if he gets a ball his color and hits a pink brick, he's going to get like 10 points. So he's going to really start falling behind in the score quickly. So to start, he's going to be forced to, if he wants to win the game, he's going to be forced to hit his active ability button to drop the paddle and take out his knife, right? So once he does that, and he's not going to be able to do that until he clears up, until there's enough bricks cleared where he can make a path through here, because he can't move through the bricks. So he's going to have to wait till the bricks are cleared enough to where he can make his way through here. Here we simulated the bricks being broken down. Now as he moves through here, if he gets hit by a ball that's been turned by black by his opponent's color, if one of those, his opponent's balls hits him while he's traveling through here, it's going to stun Damon. He's going to go into an angry rage, throw his arms up in the air, and then he's going to disappear and appear back over here with a paddle. So he'll have to start over again. If he gets hit by the opponent's blow attack, same thing. He's going to go into a rage, and he's going to have to start over again. He's going to fail at his mission to get blood. Okay? So Damon wants blood so he can fill up his blood meter, because when his blood, the more full his blood meter is, the more points he's going to get for the bricks. So eventually, if he gets his blood meter all the way full, he's going to be scoring a lot more points, like double the points than his opponent for the bricks that he hits. But he needs to fill up blood if he wants to win. So he's going to have to try to sneak his way over here. Once he's over here, if he gets near here, he has to land a swing. And it takes time to swing, so it's not exactly easy. And I'm also going to make it so the opponent can use the paddle to block a swing. So he can come up here, and there I got it. So I got him. He's spraying blood out his neck. And once he starts bleeding, he slows down as well. Look how slow he's going. He was already slow before. Now look how slow he's going compared to me. Right? So he slows down, but he does start slowly regaining speed, but he's spilling blood. Now I cannot just pick up this blood by moving over it. No, once you draw blood, you have to go back to your side of the screen, right? And if you guys listen to this, you guys will hear it. As you go back over here, you line yourself up with blood, and you hold your active ability button, and you suck in the blood. When you suck in the blood, you'll see that my meter starts filling with blood. So the blood does fade over time, so you only got like 20 seconds to suck it up, or you will lose it. So at this point, now I'm probably going to be making like 10 or 12 points per brick if I use my paddle and hit my bricks. Or I can try to make my way again. Remember, these bricks are going to be reforming and walls are going to be reforming, so it may not be possible for me to get over here again until I break down a wall again, because these walls respawn. So I'm going to get back over here. If I make it over here again, I'm going to try to stab my enemy again. And it's not exactly easy. And the computer's just going up and down. I can imagine a real player trying to move away from you. It's probably not going to be easy to land this swing. Jesus, I can't even hit him. It's my game and I can't even hit him. Oh my god. What the hell? There we go. Alright, so now he's bleeding. So you guys kind of get the idea of how this game's going to work, though. Damon Blood, it's a completely different character than any other character in the game, and I think he's definitely going to change the game up. So I did all this progress. I made all this progress with Damon in just a few hours working on him the other night, and so hopefully I can get him done here in the coming weeks, and we can get him out so people can play him. But I think he's probably going to be the most exciting character in the game, and obviously also the most dark and sinister character of the game. So at this point, I'm probably going to be even with him, but I'm probably going to be, in a real game, I'd probably be 10,000 points behind or something like that. So it's probably going to be really tempting if I get a chance to come over here and try to stab him again so I can fill this meter up even more. So that is Damon. My main 3 default characters, when I launched the game, I didn't have them be as fancy as all these DLC characters that I'm making. So about a week ago, I decided to bring some special abilities to each of the 3 characters that come free with the game. So I gave Andy his own special ability so he can feel like he's cool. Dante got a special ability that definitely matches him. and Angela got a special ability that pretty much matches her as well, and how they were created and designed in the game. So if I come in here and I play Andy against the computer, we wait for the countdown here.
Ow!
Nope, I got hit by the break. You guys will probably see Dante's special ability here soon if the computer decides to play it. He builds up a cooldown that it builds up on his front of his paddle, and when it flashes like that, it means he's ready to use it. So if the computer decides to use that special ability, usually he won't use it until he has a couple of balls near him. But it's called Aggrandize. It'll say the name of the spell or the ability when he uses it. And I can't use my ability until I get this wall knocked down. There has to be less than 10 bricks left. Let's try to freeze him. So that's one thing his special ability does, Aggrandize, makes a huge paddle, and with that paddle he can block my blow attacks. So that's kind of what happened. Right as I gave a blow attack towards it, it was blocked by his humongous paddle. So that's Dante's special ability. It only lasts like 5 or 6 seconds or something like that, but it does give him the ability with his slower movement speed to maybe hit 2 balls that are coming at him at once. And then, of course, he plans a blow attack on me. So we just need a few more bricks in this green wall here. And I'll be able to show you Andy's special ability. Okay, once you get less than 10 bricks in your green wall in front of you with Andy, the brick should flash. Oops, I missed it. I'm trying to hit it to go down.
Ow!
There we go. So once you get less than 10 bricks, the bricks will flash every few seconds like that. And what it means is you can hit your special ability button, which is spacebar on the keyboard, or your B button on your controller, or your X button, sorry. And when you do that, you can spawn this wall early, because normally it rebuilds when all the bricks have been used. But with 10 bricks left or less, anytime you want, you can use Andy's ability to respawn the wall, which could trap. If you have a couple of white balls in here, you could end up trapping these balls in here, with good timing. And when they get trapped inside, that's why it's called prison ball. Because if you can prison balls inside, and they can score a lot of points in a hurry. So now you've seen the special ability of Andy, the special ability of Dante. Andy's ability, the irony is Andy's ability is called Erection. Kind of sounds like it would be the right name for Dante you saw his huge paddle. But no, it's erecting a wall. So this game does have a lot of sexual innuendo. That's why the word erection was used for Andy's special ability. Aggrandize is a word that I came up with as a unique word that means basically to grow in power or size quickly. That matches his ability for sure. And that is their 2 abilities. And then Angela is a character. Now this is something I added last night as well. I decided to throw out insults so you can see them yelling insults at each other in the words there. I didn't want to use anything too vulgar or anything too common, like fuckface or, dickhead or something like that. So I tried to come up with more unique ones that are a little bit funnier, like nincompoop and, monkey fart and, I don't know, just crazy ones that you never hear, like moron. I guess you hear that quite a bit. But I wanted to think of less vulgar, less nasty words. I mean, anybody can think of, calling somebody a cunt or a faggot or, a shithead or something like that. So I wanted to come up with, a little bit milder, more hopefully humorous insults. And you can turn the insults on or off if you don't like them on the welcome screen. But that was added last night as well. But as you can see, Angela here, she fills up her blow meter. And when she can blow attack, if you do a blow attack normally, it's really hard to land the blow attack. So you really gotta get good at steering it, okay? And so Angela's special ability when she fills up her blow meter, instead of actually trying to control that blow attack, which I know a lot of people have a hard time getting used to, you can hit her special ability instead of the normal blow button, and it'll actually automatically let the computer control your blow attack, so you have a lot better chance of hitting your opponent with it. So we'll go ahead and use that here. Again, on the keyboard, it's a space bar. And of course, Dante hit me with his blow attack. He does a orgasmic reaction to it, and then freezes in ice. It's supposed to be like a humorous orgasmic reaction. The moans and everything like that. It's all made with a sense of humor. Definitely haven't taken anything too seriously with this game. But now you see my meter's full, so I'm going to go ahead and use my special ability this time with Angela. Auto blow, and the computer will automatically control it. And you see that time I landed on my target. Because I used auto blow, I have a lot higher chance with that. And he was frozen for a few seconds. Now everybody also has a weakness. You know, he's pretty strong to blow attacks. So some people are weaker to other people than others are. So everybody has their own weakness, their own character that they're weak to, and they'll be stunned for a couple of seconds longer if their weak character that they're weak to blows them. Kind of think of like, you know, real life. You know, a woman might be more likely to have a orgasmic reaction to a certain guy than another guy. She might really like one guy or think one guy's hot or whatever and be more likely to have a crazy orgasmic reaction to one guy over another. Kind of the same thing in this game. Every character kind of has their preference of what's going to stun them the longest, if you would. So just to create differences and so that no two games exactly alike. But it's a fun game. And then this game I did add a single player Pong as well. And you can pick the same characters. Kind of tells you their advantages and disadvantages, their speed, their pea size or paddle size, how good they blow, etc. And then if you buy the DLC characters, they're offered in here as choices. You can pick your background every game, whatever background you want. And then if you buy the PWN'ong DLC, then you can play a completely different game where there's no bricks, and again, it's just like Pong, where you're trying to get the ball past your opponent and into the goal. In this game, you don't change the ball to your color, rather you try to hit them and keep them, you know, going into your own goal, because you don't want your opponent to score points. But every time a paddle hits a ball, it increases in point value. And as it increases in point value, the colors will change. Blue signifies it's worth over 5 points. Green signifies it's worth over 10. Yellow worth over 20, etc. So basically, the different colors will kind of tell you how much it's worth, but you can also see how many points it's worth every time it's hit. It'll show you the number right over it. So you're probably going to want to be more protective of the colored balls than the gray balls starting out. And again, this game is a lot lower scoring because you're not hitting a million bricks to score a ton of points. And in this one as well, blow attacks, you don't try to hit your opponent to stun them. Instead, you're trying to hit balls. If you hit a ball with your blow attack, it's going to send it hurling towards your opponent's goal at a very high velocity.
No way.
But again, the blow attack is not easy to control. And in this version in PWN'ong, every character's special abilities don't exist. So Angela doesn't have her auto blow. You know, there is no special abilities. Dante doesn't have his agonize, his big paddle. None of that exists in this game. It's just a lot simpler. You know, more like Pong or table tennis. But it's a lot of fun. And again, you can play locally with another player, and it does support controllers. And it's a lot of fun. So that is Prison Ball, guys. And some of the special features and everything like that that I've been at in the past week. And I missed that. And while I was blowing, a ball got past me and helped me catch up. I did make the meters fill up quicker in this version because, you know, I just figured it'd be more fun to be trying to throw around the globe and trying to hit these balls. So as you saw there, I hit the gray ball and it sent it right past her. This is a totally different game than the main version of the game. And I like it. I'm pretty proud of it.